How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The Lions have done it once again. They've put through a spectacular performance, and this time up against the AUNZ squad for a 48-0 win. They didn't let them put a single point on the board. This was a big game for them. Let's break it down. Please like and subscribe as always, and let's get into it. So first up, Duhan van der Merwe put in such a performance today. It has to go down as one of the better performances, especially for a wing in the Lions squad. He really put himself in the eyes of Andy Farrell in the hope to get a start up in this Australia, these next couple tests up against Australia. It is going to be difficult, though, to keep someone like James Lowe out of the squad or Tommy Freeman wherever he wants to be played. But brilliant performance. But not only that, Mack Hansen put in just as spectacular performance as Duhan van der Merwe did. Yes, he didn't score as many tries as he did. Duhan managed to get himself a hat-trick, but he put himself on the map. 3 line breaks. He ended up getting 6 defenders beaten as well, and he put through a spectacular performance. Now, this is the last kind of friendly until the tests start. This Australia test is going to be far more difficult than anything that the Lions have been up against recently. We got to take this win with a pinch of salt, because this is a team that has been just thrown together. They haven't had much time to really gel, and whereas the Reds, the Waratahs, the Brumbies, they've all been playing together for some of them years, right? They know each other. They have a good relationship with each other. They understand how play is. So they managed to put through a very good performance, especially teams like the Brumbies, where they really found a way to break down the Lions at points, but their Lions attack is just so strong. So this one was a complete blowout, 48-0. Brilliant performances all round. But one of the key players to watch here is Finn Smith. Finn Smith not only put in a spectacular performance, his passing was brilliant, but he also put in 16 tackles. Yes, you heard me right. Not 6, 16, 1-6. For a fly half, you don't find that very often. He put everything, blood, sweat, tears. He gave 100% into this game. And this has definitely turned one of Farrell's eyes to say, look, Ben Russell isn't the only one here. I'm pretty certain we are going to be seeing a Gibson Park Finn Russell partnership as the halfback pairing, but Finn Smith put in a stellar performance here. So all round, the Lions were actually pretty good. We are seeing a lot more cohesion. We're seeing the bonding a little bit better. They're starting to read each other much better. The passing plays coming off so much better. The way that the players are running into their lines, so much better. The way that they are breaking the defensive line, getting past that gain line is brilliant as well. So we've seen a lot. And I mean, in terms of rucking, the AUNZ squad actually performed better than what the Lions did. They actually managed to win 86 to the Lions 74, and they had a far greater speed of 3.87 seconds over the Lions 4.86. So getting there almost a second earlier. Now, in terms of rugby, a second might as well be 10 minutes. That makes all the difference. So they were actually very quick in that fact. They won far more scrums. The AUNZ had 11 scrums with a win percentage of 90%, whereas the Lions only had 4 with a 100% win ratio. Same thing with lineouts. The AUNZ actually performed better with 95% won, whereas the Lions only had 90%. Restarts received for the Lions was 9 to the AUNZ 1. But this is where things get a little bit tricky, right? So attacking-wise, the AUNZ actually had far superior passes and ball carries, with 180 and 120 over the Lions, 117 and 118. Very minimal, but in terms of the post-contact meters, we saw the Lions dominate with 286 meters over the AUNZ 227. So far superior in that. But this is where things really get and really show how this game went. The Lions had 13 line breaks to the AUNZ 4. 13 line breaks, right? So you can see that dominance when they were carrying that ball. When, they were needed to, when they needed to make that space, when they needed to make those meters, they did it. 13 line breaks. Absolutely phenomenal. The defensive wise, they made the Lions made 165 tackles to the AUNZ 110, but again, shows where the game went through. The Lions missed 18 tackles with a tackle completion of 90%. The AUNZ missed 31 tackles with a tackle completion of 78%. Now you might think, oh, it's 78%. It's not that bad. In terms of rugby, 78% is really bad. As a team, you want to be averaging around 85% at a minimum, right? You want to be keeping around that 90 to 92% to have, to be relatively on point. 78%. That is a lot of tackles missed. And this is where we saw the Lions just break through that line so effortlessly at times. And it was so effortless at points for the Lions. So we look at, players, we look at key players like Duhan van der Merwe, 15 points, 3 tries. Mack Hansen, 3 line breaks, 6 defenders beaten. Ben Earl, 14 carries. Finn Smith, 16 tackles. Ridiculous. But now it comes down to the Lions. What's going to happen when the Lions come? Let me know what your thoughts are. Please like and subscribe as always. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.